Hey, how's it going? This drawing tip's going to improve a lot of your drawing, maybe all of your drawing. So stick around. It's only 3 minutes, and you're going to get a really good drawing tip out of it, okay? So let's hop into it. What I want you to do is I want you to identify what the difference between this guy and this guy is. This is the Armored Titan, right? Rainier from Attack on Titan, okay? There's two of them. So right off the bat, what can you tell is different about these guys? It's not very hard, right? You look at him, you look at him, right? It is the slight texture right here. I did not shade these guys on purpose because I wanted it to be obvious, okay? So if we zoom in on this orange, the orange Rainier, it's kind of smooth, it's clear, and that's completely fine. Don't get me wrong, for like a smooth drawn character, something like that. But we know that the Armored Titan has texture to it, right? And it's not just any line. I want you to understand that the line is specific. So, for example, if you look at this guy right here, you zoom in, it's not just like striped patterns on his shoulder. It is like, first off, right off the bat, it wraps around the surface. So, meaning we're not going to have just straight lines like that because it's going to look like stripes. It's going to look like paint or something like that. It's going to make the character look flat. You want curved lines like what's going on here, right? They're curving around a surface. I don't know if green is the right color for this. Hopefully it is. Let me know if you can't see it or anything like that. But let me make this a darker color actually real quick. Let's make red. Cool. Let's go over here. It wraps around this deltoid. Wraps around it. Wraps around this bicep. And when you wrap it around that, it makes it look more like it's just sitting there and it's 3D. That's such a huge thing. And when you're a beginner, you don't really do that. So I'm going to be throwing in like tons and tons of lessons with something like, characters from anime, characters from something, so that you can memorize it a lot better. See how this adds to the shape? It adds the actual form as opposed to taking it away and flattening it out. Where something like, see how it pulls in like that into the chest? And honestly, the only way you're going to know that is to know that anatomy. But don't worry, stick around, follow these. I'm going to be teaching anatomy gradually as we go on day by day. I hope that helped you out, okay? So just to recap, when you're adding shapes, when you're adding texture, you want it to add to the form by wrapping around it. And you have to understand what shape that form makes in order to do that, okay? Luckily, we all have shoulders, we all have arms. Maybe we don't have muscles like this. I don't, but you kind of understand the kind of roundness of the rib cage and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. Let me know if you like the format of this, if you like me just kind of talking over it, kind of this, more constructive way. But that's pretty much it. Let's stick around and let's do another tip together, okay? That was 3 minutes. Let's move on to the next tip.